We need an effective agenda to ensure that Russia cannot and will not win in Ukraine. A two-state political solution, which is the only one that will allow stability and peace for Israel. After the start of the conflict, of the attack by Russia on Ukraine, the Inflation Reduction Act in the US, Europe has a huge issue with the cost of energy and with decarbonization. We can see the world divided. There's great tension between the US and China. In the Middle East and Europe, war has returned, and the great risk for the Europeans is that they would end up with the wrong agenda, or with an agenda that is too slow. So, let me talk about my strong beliefs. How do I envision the future? First of all, we shall do everything we can to keep the world together. We must not fall victims to the risk of division. We need an effective agenda to ensure that Russia cannot and will not win in Ukraine. It is the fate of Ukraine, but it is also the fate of our values, our collective security in Europe, in the Caucasus, and elsewhere. In order to achieve this, 2024 will be a pivotal year for Europeans. We must prove that we can be visible, that we can make more efforts, whatever may happen in the United States. We will also need to work for solutions in the Middle East. We will need to fight against terror groups which are destabilizing both security but also world trade. Look at what the Houthis are doing in the Bab el-Mandeb and elsewhere. Humanitarian action. France is calling for massive aid and interventions to help on the ground in Gaza. And France is also calling for an immediate ceasefire to provide humanitarian aid to these populations. And then a two-state political solution, which is the only one that will allow stability and peace for Israel and the broader region. I think it's a challenge for Europe, and the Europeans have a contribution to make.